What's going on, everybody? Yours truly here, and today I got one question for y'all. Have y'all ever wondered how NBA 2K19's MyCareer was gonna be?
As a matter of fact, I have indeed.
Well, that's good because I've been thinking about it too, and that's exactly what we're gonna talk about here today. Now, unlike NBA 2K17, NBA 2K18 took a different route when it came to making it to the NBA. Now, as we all know, in NBA 2K17, we played a few games in college, then the NBA draft came, and boom, we're in the league. However, with NBA 2K18, we got none of that. In fact, we started off in what came to be a showcase game where scouts were watching, and you just so happen to be lucky enough to get noticed and get a shot at making an NBA roster. The journey to the NBA isn't easy at all, and that is definitely one way you don't make the NBA 9 times out of 10. With that being said, I wanted to pitch in some ideas that can happen in NBA 2K19 that can take MyCareer into a whole nother level in terms of enjoyment, as well as expanding what they have in the game now. And last year when I did one of these videos, I talked about some neat features that MyCareer should receive, and if you want to see that video, the link will be in the description. This year I wanted to talk about the journey you take to get to the league, which will give MyCareer and making the NBA a more realistic and satisfying feeling. And everything I'm going to describe here in this video isn't anything that 2K hasn't done already.
How long does it take for you to get to the point? I'm dying here.
Thanks, Margaret. Can't wait for that. Now let's get into it. When it comes to MyCareer, I'd like to see 2K take a more realistic approach. No one ever said the journey to the NBA was easy, which is why when we make our MyCareer, I feel as if we should start back in high school again, just like we did in NBA 2K16. This will work just like NCAA Football 14. On that game, you started out in high school where you can choose how many games you wanted to play. It ranged from 7 to 11 games. At the same time, depending on how you play determines what kind of scholarship offers you'll get from colleges. If this were implemented in MyCareer, we should be able to choose to play from 4 to 8 games, since an actual high school basketball season is 8 games plus playoffs. Keep in mind you'd want to play more games, since that will give you the best chances to receive a scholarship to the higher up colleges. It would be dope if 2K could add high school back in the game. It was really enjoyable for not only me but a lot of the 2K community. And please, let us choose to play between 2 to 8 minute quarters in high school if this feature does happen to make a return. Now, once you finish your senior season in high school, after that you're gonna have to sign to college. And once you sign to your college, it will work just like NBA 2K16 and 17 did. You play about 3 to 4 games in college, and depending on how you play in college will determine your draft stock like it usually has. And if 2K was able to get the license for college basketball once in 2K16 and 17, I believe they'd be able to do it again. If not, add fake colleges. Just the college experience in 2K was always so fun for me. And once you finish up college, let's just say you were dog nasty in college because you just suck at 2K like myself, and your draft stock has you projected to go late first round, early second round. If we're not satisfied with our draft projection, give us the option to partake in the draft combine like we were able to in NBA 2K10, 11, and even NBA Live 18. But I mean, if you're satisfied with where you're getting drafted, then by all means, skip the combine. It just gives people the option to give themselves a better chance of getting drafted higher. 2K used to have the draft combine in MyCareer, and it gave MyCareer that realistic feel for the journey it takes to get to the NBA. Now, after college and the draft combine is all said and done, comes the NBA draft. And please, 2K, add a realistic draft cutscene instead of the fake draft images that appear. The draft day is supposed to be one of the greatest moments for an NBA player. Hearing their name being called up to the stage. Now, I'm not asking for anything crazy, but NBA 2K14 did it, and if it looks anything like that draft day cutscene, then I'd be happy. Then once you get drafted, you're finally introduced to the full NBA experience like it's always been, with your mic courts, endorsements, shoe deals, commercials, off days, etc, etc. Now, what we've grown accustomed to in NBA 2K is once we get drafted, we're straight into the NBA season right away. But one thing I'd like to see 2K implement is the Summer League back in MyCareer. On the older 2Ks, we had Summer League in our MyCareer journey. Now they took it out. And in NBA 2K16, they added the Summer League and MyGM. But they're not using it to its full potential by not adding it in MyCareer. So I think it's time they bring it back. So after you get drafted, you take place in the Summer League, only if you're a rookie of course, where you play the tournament, which lasts about 3 to 4 games depending on if your team keeps on winning.
Actually, I have a question, because just like in NBA 2K16 and 17's concept videos, there seems to be a major flaw in your whole concept again. This journey might be the full experience of an NBA player. However, no one wants to go through this 30-hour journey just to get to the NBA. Imagine all the cutscenes. You know we're not going to let you skip them. Everyone's patience will be running thin. Ha! There's the flaw in your plan. Case closed. I am Ronnie 2K.
Great question, Ronnie. Actually, you're very right. It is a journey, and not everyone will be willing to go through the process, which is why I thought of this. When you first click MyCareer and create new MyCareer, you have the option to play the full experience or skip to a certain chapter of the career. For example, if I didn't want to play through high school and college and just wanted to start at the summer league, everything up until that point would be randomly generated, from my stats to my draft number, my MyCareer story, etc. Haven't you ever heard of Telltale Games, Ronnie? they're a good example of that neat feature right there.
I hate you, yours truly, I really do.
Now with MyCareer, we've grown accustomed to affiliations, Sunset, Rivet, and Old Town. Now in NBA 2K18, 2K completely got rid of those affiliations. And with the neighborhood being introduced in NBA 2K18, I thought it was a dope feature at first, but eventually it was bland, which is why if, and that's a big if, 2K decides to bring the neighborhood back, make 3 different neighborhoods with each team being from Sunset, Rivet, and Old Town. Now I know a lot of people might see this as a gang type situation because you'll have people going around saying what neighborhood are you from, but I think it would just add more to the game, and each neighborhood will offer something unique for its players who are part of it. With that being said, bring back the Jordan Rec Center and faster transportation because the skateboards and bikes are slow as ever. I mean, Charles Barkley moves to the buffet line faster than any skateboard or bike would in NBA 2K18. And lastly, what I've come to find very annoying with NBA 2K is the off season. All your player does is just sit on the couch while it simulates to the next season. And while that may be fine to some people, since a lot of people don't play MyCareer season games, there are a lot of people who do play their MyPlayer careers for a couple years, with me included. With that being said, I feel like when it comes down to the off season, there needs to be a 3-month period that you can partake in or just simulate. For example, in June, once the finals have ended, you can have the option to partake in the Drew League, where you play about 3 to 4 games, earn some extra VC, and just have fun. A lot of NBA players play in the Drew League, so why not add that into the game? Now I know NBA Live has it, so if 2K could add something close to the Drew League, then that would be cool too. Then in July, you can take place on Team USA, where it'll work the same way as the Drew League would, about 3 to 4 games, and you're going for the gold. Taking part in these events will help you increase your overall going into the next season, as well as give you more fans and some extra VC as well. All in all, it's just something new and different that will add to the MyCareer experience as a whole. All in all, that's pretty much it for the things I'd like to see in NBA 2K19's MyCareer, and first and foremost, if you made it this far into the video, thank you. I know a lot of the things I stated in this video may seem over the top, but truthfully, this is how it used to be on the older 2Ks. You actually had to go through this long journey just to get to the league, and it was a great experience. Now I also know a lot of the things I stated in this video may not be in the next 2K, but hopefully we can see it in some 2K in the future. And I also know it's going to be some people who come across this video who's going to think that I'm asking too much, but like I said before, this is nothing that 2K hasn't done already. They used to do this long journey on last gen, so imagine if they added that experience on current gen. They could take it to a whole new level. And I know budget isn't a problem for 2K because look at all the money they made from people buying VC. All in all, I just want our $60 worth. And if we as the 2K community don't come together and demand the great game we all deserve, then 2K will just keep cheating everyone and won't think nothing of it. And you never know. Maybe 2K will come across this video and consider implementing some of the features I stated. But that's gonna do it for this video. If you enjoyed, then make sure to leave a like because it really motivates me to keep doing what I'm doing. If you didn't enjoy the video, then leave a comment on how I can make it more enjoyable for others. And if you're new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe because just like liking the video, it really motivates me to keep doing what I'm doing. And if you came across this video and there's some things that you'd like to see in NBA 2K19's MyCareer, leave a comment about it and let's all discuss. And one more thing, 2K, please let us skip cutscenes. Other than that, I'm yours truly, and I'll see y'all in the next one.
Bitch, sit down, little bitch.
Nobody pray for me. This ain't not that for me.